September 23rd, 2020 at 1 p.m. on the authorization of the Zoom teleconference meeting, a remote control, on orders of Governor Baker on Thursday, March 12, 2020, on suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law. I hereby call the county meeting to order. Roll call. Commissioner Collins.
Present.
Commissioner Shea.
Present.
Commissioner O'Brien, present. At this time, I'd like the moment of silence for Supreme Justice Supreme Court Ginsburg, passing this week. A lovely public servant and pretty hard to fill her position. Have a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. Minutes of the open session meeting of September 16, 2020 for approval. Await a motion.
I'll make a motion, we accept the open session minutes of the meeting of September 16, 2020.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept the open session meeting September 16, 2020 for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. The minutes of the executive session of September 9th, 2020 for approval.
I'll make a motion, we accept the executive session minutes of the executive session held on September 9th, 2020.
Yes, and not to be released until the matter is settled.
Not to be released until the matter is settled.
Second.
There's a motion made and seconded to accept the executive session meeting of September 9th, 2020 for approval, not to be released until the matter is settled. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Do we have any public comment? Hearing no public comment, we will go to Facilities Management, Capital Improvement with John McGowan. John?
Good afternoon, Commissioners.
Good afternoon, John.
I'm in the process of dealing with these hand sanitizer installations that we have a new, they want us to be compliant with all the courthouses, I mean. They want a dispenser at certain locations throughout the courthouses. And we ordered, I think we ordered 50 of them, Sheila, and we're in the process of installing them. I think we've put up 50 already. We have some more that were delivered today, and what I'm going to try and do is, I told Scott Arnell that I'll inform him once I get a courthouse done. We should have Superior Court done today, with everything that they wanted to be installed. They want, like, every room that you're going in, they want one on the outside of the entrance. And all the public areas, they want dispensers. And it's a time-consuming thing because there's an awful lot of offices that we have to deal with. But I'm going to try and do one building at a time. I'm going to do Superior today. We'll get that done. Tomorrow we'll start on District Court. We've already installed a lot of dispensers, but not where these the things that they added on. I already did what they wanted, you know, like 3 months ago, but they come up with this now. They want one in front of every door going into every area, I'm assuming. So we'll do one building at a time. We'll finish Superior and District, and then we'll go into the outlying areas. I'll probably do Quincy after that. And I'm still in the process of doing the courtrooms. They want me to have all the courtrooms done by October, I think it is. I think Mike, no, I'm not sure of the date, but I think he'll tell you about that with his, report. But that, I'm still in the process of doing that. Like I said, I went down to, Stoughton to send 2 guys down there today, and, they were told they couldn't do it. They couldn't be in the courtroom because the judge is using it. But we were told at a meeting that we could have access to it for a month. And that wasn't the case. It's just, it's something that's gonna be changing all the time, so if you get notified or get a call saying that we are trying to accomplish what they want us to do. It's just a matter of getting the access to the, courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's about all I have to,
All right, thank you. Any comments, Commissioner Collins?
You know, I don't know if your connection is going fine, but mine's kind of all over the place. And I got the most of what John said, which is fine. But I don't see, oh, there we go. I lost a lot of pictures there, but they just come back. I don't know if you guys caught all the report from John. I just didn't hear it all, but I heard enough.
Okay, Commissioner Shea?
I'm well set, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joe. We have no appointments. Old business, we have nothing. Personnel matters for consideration or accept a motion as presented to the board for the blue papers.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we approve the personnel matters on today's agenda, 3 at the agricultural school, 1 at the registry of deeds, and 1 at facilities management. This is only a change of address.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion made and seconded to accept and approve the recommendations of the department heads for the blue papers. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? There's a vote. We also have a motion to approve for the payroll and executive expense warrants for approval. The chair will wait a motion.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we approve 1, 2, 3, 4 payroll and expense warrants, all dated September 23. The first is the county expense warrant, the amount of $619,344.53. The second one is the county weekly payroll, the amount of $157,341.58. The agricultural school biweekly payroll in the amount of $316,395.60. And another agricultural school biweekly payroll in the amount of $5,372.82 for approval.
I'll second the motion.
There's a motion made and seconded that the board approve the payroll and expense warrants for approval on September 23rd, 2020, as presented by Commissioner Shea. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? There's a vote. We have bid openings.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. We have the rebid for the binding, binders, repair, and paper and record books for the land court and for the registry of deeds.
How many bids?
We have 1 bid from Town Bookbindery. They have bid on all items. 4 specifications were sent. This is the present vendor that they are using.
Is that the only vendor, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, that was the only one. I sent 4 specifications. I had 1 response. 1 company had emailed me that they are in a non-compete clause for another year, and I did not have response from the other 2 that it was sent to.
And one other question. Is Town Brook Bindery, where are they located?
They're located in East Freetown,
Okay, I'm
Massachusetts.
familiar with them. Okay, I thought it was another name. I'll make a motion, we take it under consideration for a vote next week, in next week's meeting.
Second.
There's a motion made and seconded to take the bid for the bindings, repair, and paper for record books under advisement and refer them to the Register of Deeds for his recommendation. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. We do have a contract award carried over from last week for the repair and the application of the tennis courts down at Wollaston Recreation Facility.
Yes, okay. The bid is being awarded to East Coast Seal Coating for the tennis court crack repair and application of an acrylic surface system for 2 sets of tennis courts and 1 practice area, and the amount of $48,325 for the Wollaston Recreational Facility.
Chair will wait a motion.
Question, Mr. Chairman, before I make the motion.
Question,
Through you to
Chair.
Nancy, did they do the work earlier, late last year in the other courts?
Yes, they did. They were the vendor
Okay.
that did the work on the previous.
All right, yeah, I was, well, it looks good. I was over there recently a couple of times. Not that I play tennis. I'll make a motion that we award the tennis court crack repair and application for acrylic surface system at the Wollaston Recreation Facility to East Coast Seal Coating, the amount of $48,325.
Quick question through the chair to Nancy. Does this wrap up all the resurfacing, or is there more courts that need to be done later on?
No, this will wrap up all the courts, so they'll be good for probably 10 or 12 years.
Okay, I'll second Joe's motion.
Okay, there's a motion made and seconded to award the contract as presented by Commissioner Shea for the Wollaston Tennis Court Facility for $8,435. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Director Mullen, you want to comment on the coronavirus relief funding community action grant?
Yes, I'd be happy to, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, the end of last week was a deadline that we had set for the applications for our coronavirus funding grants. We made we reached out to a number of Norfolk County organizations and community service organizations. We reached out to the entities that had responded. And we also, in addition, we reached out to Riverside Community Services, which is based here in Dedham. And we also reached out to the Brookline Community Foundation as well. We heard back from a total of 5 entities. But before I say that, I also want to mention that we made the grant, and the details of the application and the process, available to Norfolk County town administrators and managers as well. We wanted to make sure that the opportunity was out there, and that everyone who may be interested, had the opportunity, to respond and apply. So what we have received is a total of 5 applications. We have heard from the Love Life Now Foundation based in Avon. We have heard from the Walpole Fire Department. We have heard from the Quincy Community Action Programs. We have heard from Dove, which stands for Domestic Violence Ended, which is based in Quincy but serves all of the county. And we have heard from the Manatee Community Health Center. Originally when we had approved actually the grant application. Like we were hoping and envisioning that we'd have the opportunity, to offer a recommendation at this afternoon's meeting. However, if it's okay with you, I would like to, like I sent all of you the grant applications that we have. And if it's okay with you, I'd like the opportunity for Bill Buckley and I, to have like a couple, to have a couple more days to be able to go through, the applications, I can see where we are and then present, like at next week's meeting on the 30th, like a recommendation, for the grant funding, Mr. Chairman, if that's okay.
Does the commissioners have any opposition to taking it under advisement until the next meeting for the recommendation of the county director?
Mr. Chairman, I don't, I don't think a week will hurt, and if the director needs it, certainly. I think all of these, I only perused them because I just got them late yesterday. I mean, I don't know, and I don't want to ask. Well, I'll ask him, the director, is there room to do them all, or are we trying to call one or two out, or does it go over the amount?
Yes, we may have the ability to do them all. One of the things I'm weighing is that we just actually in the meeting we had with the trial court yesterday, there was a question, that I'll get into about the, about the air engineering in our courthouses. I'm envisioning that, the expenses, frankly, that may be coming down the road in that, like I'm contemplating, holding a little bit of the funding back, to help us deal with other expenses. However, on the other hand, I also know, from all the organizations who have applied, really, that the need is out there in the community, and I really want to be able to recommend a way, that the county helps address those needs as well. That's why, if you will, if it's okay, I'd like a few more days to go through everything, and I can figure out where we are, and if, and if we'd be able to award to, to all the entities that have applied.
The chair will await a motion.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, we take these matters under advisement and await the report next week of the county director on these funds, coronavirus.
Second.
Have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a motion made and seconded to take the coronavirus relief funding community action grant proposals under advisement until next week for the recommendation of the county director and the assistant county director. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Report of the county director, Mike Mullen.
Aye.
Yes, and thank you, Chairman. If I could, I really want to pick up where I left off. As John mentioned, we met with the trial court representatives, in our facilities management, your counterpart from the trial court, here in Dedham yesterday, and they're going around. They're actually working with Teagan Bond, and they are having, they're going around to like every courthouse in the Commonwealth, and they're assessing like the airflow engineering, like in every building, including the buildings we have, here in the county. One of the things that, is very prevalent, and based on the age of our buildings, is we have some of our buildings that don't, that don't have any, that don't have any, HVAC systems. And that's where I just mentioned, the possibility, of having it to really address those issues with the trial court. And that, I don't think whether we're gonna need, to install air purifier systems or other things, all that has an expense. And we need to begin, and continue really planning and anticipating those expenses. We do have, the FEMA and the MEMA reimbursements and the CARES Act reimbursements, which we're applying for. However, it's leveraging all these, all these avenues of funding, to be able to respond to these issues, which we're working, on a daily and hourly basis, really to do. The other thing, that came out the end of last week, is the trial court, is anticipating bringing back jurors, on the 23rd of October. So to the point that, John McGowan mentioned, we're going to need to have all of our courthouse buildings, updated and equipped, with the plexiglass barriers installed, and all the hand sanitizers, installed as well. So we're working hand in hand with the trial court. The trial court has offered some assistance. And I believe over the next, few days or so, we're gonna work with the trial court to see, how we might be able to take advantage of their help and assistance, to get all these things, accomplished. So our buildings are outfitted, and they're ready for the 23rd of the month. We will, at the at our meeting next week, on the 30th, have a recommendation for a new, a new independent auditing firm. We had a conversation with them yesterday afternoon. We're working on the terms of a potential contract with them now. And we hope that we're going to be able to have all that in place for next week. And to present the recommendation in the contract for your approval. And then, in the solar issue, has been a work in progress. A lot of efforts, have been going into that effort, in that initiative over the last, few months, but especially over the last couple of days as well. It's a topic of an executive session, Mr. Chairman. And then hopefully we're going to be able, actually once we go into executive session, then we turn to the open session, where we have a few, a few additional items in open session as well. It's been busy. It's adjusting, and working with the trial court, and actually over the last few minutes while I've been talking, I just actually had another call from the trial court as well. So everything's evolving, everything's moving on a daily basis. But we really do have a good team here in the county. In terms of the supply of PPE, and all of that, Nancy Rockwell and Sheila Carroll have been on top of everything, and we're making really good progress, Mr. Chairman. So with that is all I have, but just for the purposes of the public on the meeting, item 15 is an executive session, which we're going to use the same Zoom link. So what I would respectfully ask is that everyone who won't be participating in the executive session, like if they could log off and then actually re-log in, and then as soon as we return, as soon as we return to the open session, I will let everyone back in the Zoom, for items for items 16 through 19, if that makes sense.
Well, can you, before we do that, can you just bring me up to date fast on Maple Place and the drainage?
Yes. So we've been meeting with drain layers. Joe McNichols had had a meeting with a potential drain layer at 7 o'clock this morning out there. We hopefully will have a contract in place by the we're going to open the bids for that project, I believe the Wednesday after I believe Columbus Day, which is, hold on a second, the 14th of October. And then after that, we should be in a good place, to address that issue. I talked to the neighbor there the end of last week. He's on board, and and we're talking and working with him. And we'll continue doing that as we go forward as well, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Any comments from the commissioners to the director, Commissioner Collins?
Nice job, Mike.
Commissioner Shea?
I'm all set, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you. And I'll wait a motion for executive session.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that under Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Purpose 6, that we go into executive session to consider the lease of real property, specifically property on the premise of the Norfolk County Agricultural High School, 400 Main Street, Walpole, Mass., and 1377 North Street, Walpole, Mass. And that the chair has declared that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of this public body, and that we will be returning for 3 other items after the executive session.
On the motion, Commissioner
I'll second the
Collins?
motion.
Second, thank you. On the vote, Commissioner Collins?
Yes.
Commissioner Shea?
Yes.
Commissioner O'Brien? Yes. We are in executive session.
All right, if everyone, I just want to move the members of the general public into the waiting room, which I'm working on as we speak. So there's me, there's Joe Shea, there's Peter Collins, there's Bill Buckley, and the chairman. There's Rick, who's been involved in this the whole process from well before any of us, I believe. And there's Attorney Lopez, and and we're back in open session, Mr. Chairman, and we're recording, so we're ready to go.
Okay.
17.
Are we taking a vote?
Yes, we have the next item on the agenda. Is the pro forma energy management services agreement between the county of Norfolk and in Kearsarge for your approval, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Okay, I'll wait a motion from the commissioners.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the pro forma energy management agreement, service agreement as presented to us today by Attorney Lopez.
I'll second the motion.
motion made and seconded to approve the Pro Bama Energy Management Service Agreement, the MSA between the County of Norfolk and Kearsarge Energy LLC for approval. All those in favor?
Aye.
Roll call vote on that? Fran, I think we have to take a roll call vote on that.
Yes.
Okay, we will do that, Commissioner Collins. We're on the roll call vote. On the roll call, Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
and Commissioner O'Brien votes yes. The chair will recognize Attorney Lopez.
Yeah, before that, Mr. Chairman, as item 17, you do have a request from the Walpole Select Board, regarding the 90-day offer to lease dated June 26, 2020, that was made to the Walpole Select Board, pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter
Yeah,
34,
I have
Section
that.
14.
Okay, on the item 17, any discussion from Commissioner Shea or Commissioner Collins with the request of the Walpole Select Board asking for a 90-day extension on the lease? Are there any comments?
I
If
do
not,
have,
the chair will wait a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion
All right,
that the Norfolk County Commissioners deny the request from the Walpole Board of Selectmen for a 90-day extension pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 34, Section 14, for reasons to be outlined before we leave today.
I'll second the motion.
there's a motion made and seconded. The board refuses the request of the Walpole Select Board to extend a 90-day offer to lease dated June 26, 2020, made to the Walpole Select Board pursuant by Chapter 34, Section 14. On the vote, we'll have a roll call. Commissioner Collins,
Yes.
Commissioner Shea,
Yes.
and Commissioner O'Brien vote yes. Next on the agenda. Anything further, Director Mullen?
I think we wanted to have,
Scott, Attorney Lopez, do you want to read the letter?
pardon me, Fran.
Pardon me?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chairman.
Yeah,
welcome.
I wanted,
For the record, the Norfolk County Board of Commissioners voted unanimously not to grant an extension of the offer to lease to the town of Walpole because the county has been working with the town on this matter since 2017. Specifically, the county participated in an October 2017 planning board meeting that allowed town and resident feedback to help shape the scope of the county's proposal. A legal opinion of the county's council was sent to town council for Walpole pursuant to Walpole Town Council's request in the spring of 2018. A meeting regarding the initiation of the Chapter 34, Section 14 process occurred in early spring 2020, and a meeting with town officials that included the select board chair in July 2020. County officials, including our county director and council, also attended a select board meeting on August 4th, along with a representative from Kearsarge LLC to discuss the offer to lease with the select board and provided an overview of the project. Finally, the solar project must commence as soon as possible or the county and the town may lose the financial benefits of the project. In short, because time is of the essence, the county respectfully declines to jeopardize this 3-year-long process by extending the time for the town of Walpole to decide whether to accept the county's offer to lease.
All right, thank you, Attorney Lopez. Is there any further discussion or anything else to come before the board? If not, the chair will await a motion for adjournment.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second the motion.
There's a motion made and seconded that the County Commissioners meeting is adjourned. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? It is a vote. Thank you. And thank you, Scott, for appearing and doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.